At Master's Choice, we love making the daily vlogs at this show, and we are really excited to tell the story of World Dairy Expo. But you know what? We're not the only ones.
My name is Betsy Gibbon, and I have worked in ag media for 5 years.
Pam Yankee. I have been a farm broadcaster since 1986. This is the only career I've ever had. I came to Madison where my first broadcast was World Dairy Expo.
Name is Orion Samuelson. I've been coming to the World Dairy Expo ever since it started. I have only missed 2 of them because I've been on foreign trips at the time that they took place. Otherwise, I've attended every Dairy Expo and enjoy it as much now as I did the first time.
I go to many farm shows a year, every sector, when it comes to produce, when it comes to livestock, when it comes to grains. But coming to World Dairy Expo is unique because it's all about dairy. You have your agribusinesses, you have your economists, you have your producers, you have everyone coming together all for a common message to support and promote the dairy industry.
This show, World Dairy Expo, is unique for me particularly because it's a reunion. And I say that, if anybody that's ever been here will acknowledge that you see each other once a year at World Dairy Expo. I will see farmers here that I might not have seen since college. I see people from back home that are here taking in the show. I've got my cadre of other journalists that I see at different conferences and shows, but we always take time at World Dairy Expo to catch up.
I visited dairies over in New York State and also in California. I've been coast to coast covering dairies. I don't know if there's one that sticks out to me more than another one, but I've found that going to these different dairies, they diversify in different ways and they're made up in different ways. So every different dairy has a story and what makes them unique. It makes them stand out.
These people are my family. When I talk with these farmers, I'm automatically reminded of my dad, my uncles, all my cousins. All of us are in farming, dairying. You know, we all showed cattle. We all know what it's like at the wash rack. We all know what it's like to try to, get the show boxes in and all, there's so much about this show that resonates with me as how I grew up, how I lived.
When it first started, I remember the challenge it had. I mean, the idea of a dairy show in Madison, Wisconsin, when the National Dairy Cattle Congress was in Waterloo, Iowa, that was the show for the dairy industry in this country. And who was this upstart in Madison, Wisconsin that was going to do something called World Dairy Expo? And it took 2 or 3 or 4 years before I think dairy people and exhibitors from companies that serve the dairy industry found out, yeah, this is a good show. And it's been fun to watch it grow, been fun to watch the addition to the show, and the buildings here at the Alliant Energy Center have really made this show the World Dairy Expo.
The dairy industry is full of lots of really great stories, and as you've just seen, there's plenty of really good people telling them. But the biggest story of the week happens right here with the crowning of our Supreme Champion.
Finally, it is my honor to announce the 2019 World Dairy Expo Supreme Champion. And she is the Brown Swift.
We've had a very rainy but incredible week this week at World Dairy Expo 2019. We have welcomed more than 60,000 guests and had 859 companies in our trade show and more than 2,300 cattle in our dairy cattle show. And it's really all come together to this moment on Saturday night when we just watched Delilah make history yet again as a two-time World Dairy Expo Supreme Champion as a Brown Swiss. So congratulations to the team behind Delilah. But we are excited to welcome you back again to Madison next year, September 29th through October 3rd, as we celebrate a new theme of instrumental to the industry.